usually when I bring someone new and ask them like how they got into tech, how they got into Linux, I hadn't even addressed that yet. Do
Oh,
you want to
sure.
give some like early history about how you sort of
Sure.
got
My
in?
first computer was like Windows 98,
Mhm.
from the year 1998, but it was the school computer lab in like when I was your age, like the school computer lab, like computers. And we didn't really get to interact with it other than like, using like Word Perfect or like Microsoft Word and, stuff like that. And it never really did. I think I did touch one OS2 computer, but that was
Mhm.
like only like once. And now I can only watch other people's retro videos about it and pretend I spent more time with it, even though it really is just Windows. Like OS2 was really just Windows underneath, and you
Mm-hmm.
could. There was even a thing where you could ask for a DOS prompt in both Windows back then and in that, because a lot of games and programs like still required it. Like I know a lot of like at the yeah they still require it would still require DOS programs. We had a company that still required a DOS program for their customer management,
Mm-hmm.
but it was they run it in command prompt through like some weird like PowerShell wrapper that they wrote. So if it works, it works, right? No, don't be like these people. Although I'm having the pains of database management. Although it's not like most people think, oh, you mean like SQL, right? No, it's like I won't say which one, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like the companies like HubSpot and Salesforce and Blackbaud who will just hold like your customer information and like updating customer manifests, but they don't let you access it in any way like a normal SQL database, even though they're clearly using a SQL database
Mm-hmm.
of some
Mm-hmm.
or something. And it's really annoying. And then our administrator said it so like, oh, you don't get access if you mark a customer as like, oh, they're not a customer anymore. You can't get access to their records anymore. So I'm like, why? So it's like because you can't technically delete anybody. You can only archive them away. But if you
Wow.
archive them, it just hides them from our view, so we don't get to see them. Yeah, it's really silly. I know that's how it is with Salesforce, because Salesforce does do that in some of
Yep.
their programs.
That is that's a system, you know?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is a thing.
So
Um,
yeah,
but
from
I
the
got
yeah.
started on Windows 98, and I I did just I had to be forced to like go to XP, like many other people at the time. I was forced to like go to XP. It was just one the system. Well, XP was pretty good. It
Mm.
it, it had a lot of like I find it funny that like a lot of people at the time when it was out were really unhappy with it, but
Mm-hmm.
like XP was supported for a long time. It went on to like 2012 and or something. It was on for a while. At least Service Pack. I don't remember when Service Pack 3 was it Service Pack 3? I don't remember how many service packs they even got. I'd have to actually look it up. But like
Uh
Windows XP was around for a long time.
it kept
Or at
receiving
the very
support
least
until 2014.
I was being stupid and using it past its end of life, which is also possible. But
Well, there's a lot of errors that still use it past its end of life.
because I did move to Windows 7 in like 2009. No, not 2009. It was actually like a couple years after. It would have been like 2010,
Mhm.
2011, because it was 2011, because that is when I got that other computer, which is now just totally fried. It was an
Mhm.
HP ProBook.
Okay.
It was an HP ProBook of some variety. And that was a computer that I rode for a long time. I pretty much had it till like 2016 ish. And it was just like a basic, you could take it on vacation,
Yeah.
do things with it. It was, when
It is a
laptops
functional
were,
computer.
it was a functional computer. It had like a weird AMD mobile graphics card. I,
Okay, that was a
but
weird time for AMD mobile graphics cards.
I did try a few games on it, but you really had to like trick the game into like and do all sorts of nonsense to get games to run.
Hmm.
Like I did successfully get I was it yeah it was Dishonored back when Dishonored was new,
Hmm.
and you have to write edit the Unreal Engine configuration file to like crank the textures way down. But I found out when you do that, you can't actually change safe numbers because those are textures. So you can't see which numbers are on the safe when you flip the dial. So I was like, uh-oh.
I don't know why you even tried to play that game. Like, that would have been a nightmare on that
crippling.
system.
Yeah, it would have been crippling.
It would have run like
I got
40
20 I got
FPS.
30 frames out of it, so it was somewhat playable. Yeah.
That's impressive.
I mean, if you can run like it ran, I know you did League of Legends, you get Dishonored. I got Skyrim on it for like 45-ish frames, but you know, Skyrim is from, you know, even though it's a 2011 game, it's real. Every Bethesda game is really a game from 2009.